if you sell product on the internet, whether it's physical product or digital products, you agree with me that one of the critical things that you use to check if your funnel is actually performing well is your order form, right? So you always would want to add an order form to your landing pages, your sales pages, to be able to get customers' information and get their data so that you can be able to use it to sell to these people later or for remarketing. Okay. So if you are not able to set up your order form correctly, you're definitely going to be wasting a lot of money and you're going to be losing money from your adverts. Okay. And that's why today I'm going to be showing you how you can actually set up your order form using Cognito forms. All right. This Cognito form is going to help you set up order forms on your website, on your sales page, on your landing pages, and it takes less than 20 minutes to get this done. All right. So all you just need to do is sit tight, watch this video to the very end, and you're going to know how to do this for yourself. So without further ado, let's dive into the video. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can actually create your order forms and add to your sales page or your website so that you can be able to collect your customers' information or your prospect information from your Facebook ads or from whatever form of ads, either YouTube ads that you're running for your product, whether it's a digital product or a physical product. All right. Today I'm going to be using Cognito forms to set that up, and it's basically easy. I'm just going to head over to cognitoforms.com, cognitoforms.com. So I hit enter and the page is going to load. Okay, now we have the page up right now, and the next thing you want to do, since if this is your first time of hitting this page or visiting this website, you will need to sign up, and signing up is free. So you can sign up using your Google account. That if you have a Gmail account, you can sign up using your Gmail account, or you can sign up using your Facebook account, or you can sign up using an email. All right, so whichever one you decide to go with, it's actually easy. If you want to go ahead with your email, you can just go ahead, set up an email, add your name, you add your email address, you add your organization name, your business name, and you also add the password, and you create your account. You just hit on sign up, right? So that's basically how easy it is to sign up. But since I already have an account, I'm not going to go through the process of signing up. I'm just going to head over to logging into my account so that I can show you how to set up your order forms and collect your prospect information or collect customers information. All right, so I'm just going to hit login at the bottom here, and since I have an account, I'm just going to go ahead and click on it like this, and I'm going to set up password. My password is going to be okay. Yep, so we are in right there. So this is my account, and as you can see I already have some forms here already. I already have some customer information that I've been collecting before. Okay, so now all you just need to do at this point now is you can just come to this top left. You're going to see new forms. Now at this top left, when you see new forms, you're just going to click on it. Now you're going to see it's going to take you to this part where you're going to now build new forms. All right, so basically you need to find out or know what exactly you want to collect from your customers, right? So I'm just going to have a brief of what I want to collect from my customers. So I'm going to be using an example. The example I'm going to be using is physical products. Let's take, for instance, I'm selling a physical product and I need to collect the customer's name. Okay, I need to collect their address. Okay, I need to collect their emails. Okay, I also need to collect phone numbers of these customers. Okay, and yeah, also we need to bring out an option for them to be able to choose what package they want. So I'm just going to go with package. Okay, and normally I like to provide an extra space for them to be able to express themselves. Like some of them might have a reason for not being able to receive their product right now, so I always add space for additional information. So they might want to tell us, oh, I'm traveling, but I'll be back on so date, so just keep the products for me. So additional information. Okay, so this are the basic basic things. These are the basic information we want to collect from these customers. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to create the form for them. Let's just assume this is an ulcer product, like for health. Ulcer, let's say this is an ulcer tea. Okay, so I'm changing the title to ulcer tea. Okay, and the reason is so that we'll be able to identify it from the other forms that are out that we create. So this is ulcer tea. I'm going to start with the first one. So here I'm going to go ahead, and you can see, just click on this first plus sign here, and it's going to bring out these other options for you. So from here, I'm going to pick out name. I'm going to drag it and drop it, right? So you can see we've dragged and dropped name. So what we want to do for this name is we want to make it compulsory, so that if somebody doesn't fill it, the person cannot submit their form. Okay, so we want to make it compulsory. So here at this point where you see required this field, we're going to say always, right? So once you click on always, whenever this customer fills information, maybe he fills the other information, it doesn't fill this particular information, the person will not be able to hit submit, because it will keep on showing an error sign that he needs to complete this information before he can head over to click the submit button. Okay, so that is it. And you can also see that it comes with an asterisk sign, which indicates that it is compulsory for the customer to fill in their information. So the next box we're going to add is the address. So for us to add address, we're going to hit on plus again, and we're just going to pick address here and drop it. Okay, so if we use this address, it's usually going to cause a bit of issue for some customers, because we need to make this compulsory. So when you add this type of address for them, they will need to fill in the address. That means their street name, the city where they are, the state, the zip code, and all that, which some people don't even know. So for us to make it easy for them, we would have to delete this. What we're going to do is basically pick up a normal text box, which is this, and drag it. Okay, yeah, so we have a normal text box. What we're just going to do here is we're just going to change this to address. So you can see this is the title at the top here, so we're just going to change it to address. Okay, or you can just add delivery address, so that the customer will understand what this actually is. So I'm going to also click on this here and drag it to the end, because I want it to be wide enough for their information, right? So I'm going to scroll down to where we're going to make it another compulsory requirement. Okay, so you can see we had required this field again. We're going to click on always. All right, so we have address, delivery address, we have the name. Now the next thing we're going to look out for is let's check our guide, email address. Okay, so I'm now going to go, now we've clicked on this plus sign, which has brought us these options here. So we're going to hit on this email and drag it here. Okay, so now we have this email showing here. Now we can decide not to make this email compulsory, because sometimes some customers don't like to share that kind of information. But as a marketer, you will need this information to be able to send them mails from time to time, maybe to warm them up or to further sell them. Okay, so if you want to sell this prospect later on, or these customers, you can just require that they fill this email option. All right, so if they fill this email option, then you are good to go. They are definitely going to give you their emails. All right, but in the case where to you it is not a compulsory tool, you can decide to ignore the required button. Okay, you can just make it an optional stuff, so that they don't get to worry themselves to write you their emails. The next thing we're going to be going ahead to do is create for phone numbers. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. So I'm going to click on this plus sign just in front of the email for phone numbers, and you can see the options has popped up from this other side. So you can now go ahead and drag this phone number here. Okay, so in this case we now have the phone number here, but because we don't want our customers having issues, or not just our customers having issues, but in the case of trying to retrieve these numbers from your own end as the marketer, you might not be able to get the direct phone numbers. The numbers might either eliminate the zero sign and just assume that you already know that the first number is zero. And in the case where you want to save that as a WhatsApp number, it means you will need to pick up each number individually to save them. You cannot save them collectively. Okay, so the best thing you want to do here is, instead of using the phone number that is already generated here, we're just going to go ahead to pick another option. So we're just going to pick up an option for numbers, which is this, and we're going to drag it here, and we'll eliminate this one. You just click on it. To remove anyone, just click on it. You don't need to hold it, just click on it once. These options are going to come up. Then you're going to see delete. Now once you delete it, you can either drag this and drop it here if you want, or you can decide to leave it at the bottom here. But I'm going to drag it here because I want it to be properly arranged. So we're going to change this to phone numbers, or just phone number, so we can make provision for alternative phone number. So we just have this as a phone number. It's just going to be in integrals, and we are going to go down to make this a required field, so that whenever the person doesn't add a phone number, the person will not be allowed to continue or to submit the form to you. All right, so we have name, we have delivery address, we have the email, and we have the phone number. All right, so let's go and see what's next for us. So next we have here is a package. Okay, so if you're selling, for instance, the Ulcer tea, you're just going to click on this plus sign here. And once you click on this plus sign, instead of you just picking text box or just a name box, you are going to go ahead with choice here. So you can see choice here. So you can have a drop down choice like this, where you can just click on this and it will bring up different options for the person. All right, so you can decide to do that, or you can decide to do something like this, something like a radio box, where people can just tap on anyone they want to go with. All right, and you can also go ahead with check boxes, where people can also choose from the checkbox. They can just check whichever option they want to go with. All right, and so I personally like that drop down option, so that you can actually pick from the drop down and choose your own choice. All right, so here we're going to label this, or we're just going to say choose your package. So now that you've told them to choose their package, you're now going to scroll down to fill in the type of packages you have. So let's say, for instance, I sell one ulcer treatment tea for, let's say I sell it for about 13,000 naira. I'm going to make it look like this. Then you can see this is how it's going to show, right? So let's say we now want to do, let's say, 2 ulcer treatment tea, and let's say we are adding a free gift, and let's say plus free gift. Okay, then we now add the plus sign, and we add the price. So let's say the price is now 20,000 naira if you're buying 2 and 1 free gift. Okay, so just move like that. So I can copy it and do it for the third one. Okay, and if I don't also want to include the third one, I can just delete it here, and that is it. And if I want more, I can just click on add add, and you keep adding. And all you just need to do is just copy out all the information here, duplicate it here, and edit it. That's all. Okay, so I just want to, I'm just going to leave it this way. All right. And once we have done that, I'm going to come to required field so that I will make it a compulsory requirement for them to also pick their choice here. Okay, so if you don't pick a choice, you will not move to the next level. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/6 done. So the fifth one, or the sixth one, sorry, the sixth one is going to be additional information. So I can decide to choose here and just add a complete text box. You can just add a text box so that we'll be able to write any information the customer wants to send to us. Okay, so I want it to be big, so I'm just going to write multiple lines here. Okay, so that the customer can write as much as they want to write. So I'm going to write on this label here, I'm going to turn it to additional information. Okay, so now we have this as additional information, and it's also going to be okay, we can decide to ignore it, we can decide not to make it compulsory, right? So now we have our form set up. All right, the next point is this submit stage. So we don't want our customers seeing this update stuff. This update is supposed to be like for us alone, so that we'll be able to see and update to upgrade to the paid package. Okay, but we'll just delete it here, take it off, so you can see now we have only the submit button. Okay, so but for the submit button, you can go ahead to edit it. So I'm going to click on it to edit it. I hope you saw what I did there. Let me go back again. So this is the submit button. All you're just going to do is click on this point here. Just click on it. You can see it has opened up, right? So once the customer clicks on this submit, you can even change the submit to something else. You can change it to I am ready for my package. You can see it's going to show the same exact way you have typed it. Okay, so whatever you want to be written here, you can actually write it there. So but here I'm just going to leave it as submit, so that it will be known as submit. Okay, then the next thing is, after the customer clicks submit, what do you want the customer to see? What do you want to happen? Now, as it is already programmed that once you hit submit, that it shows this information: thank you for filling out the form, your response has been recorded. Okay, but you don't want to use something casual like this. You want to set up a thank you page. Okay, so if you have a thank you page you've already set up, you're just going to click on redirect here and include the thank you page here. Okay, so let's say for instance I have created a thank you page, and I'm just going to go ahead with Joshua Odus, okay, .com/thank you. Okay, so let's say that's it. Now we have our submit button ready. So if you want to also get your emails if you want to get emails to maybe 2, 3, or 4 people, you can come here and edit the emails option too. As you can see, this is the email I used to register. So this email is where I'm going to be getting my orders once someone makes an order. Okay, or once someone fills the information and clicks on submit, this is where my order form is going to be sent to. But if you want it to be sent to maybe different emails, maybe you have a team that you want them to be seeing the emails to, you can just come to this part and include. All you just need to do is add a comma sign and include the other email that you want to add to it. Okay, so once you are done, you can now hit on save at this point, and it's going to save. All right, but in this case I'm not adding any other email. Everything is just okay and fine as it is right now. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and at this point we have this form set up. Okay, so what you want to do next is come to publish. Okay, sorry, I was supposed to save it, so I'm going to save these changes now. This is where we're supposed to click on save. We're supposed to save the changes before moving out of this page. So as you can see, this is how the form now looks like, and this is how the form is going to be on your website. All right, so let's say we want to edit this, you want to change the font, you don't like the way the fonts are looking. Once you get to publish level and you see this publish code, you're going to see a style editor. Now this style editor, we're going to change the fonts. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick Montserrat here. Okay, so the labels, everything, I'm going to go with Montserrat. And okay, I want to go ahead and use Montserrat fonts for everything. So you can see I've changed the font automatically. Okay, I've changed the font automatically, so you can see that everything is showing in this form, right? So at this point, at the button part below, if you want to change this color of the button to, let's say, a deep red, you want to change it to deep red, you can see this is the button background color. So I'm just going to click on it, and maybe I just go to this red. You can see the button has changed, and I can also change the button text format to Montserrat. Okay, so you see everything is looking beautiful, right? So once you have done this is easy. You can just go ahead, you can go to the headers too and also change the font of the headers to Montserrat and make it bold. Also, it's already on bold, so that's fine. Okay, so you can see this is looking good, this is looking better, right? So if you have a website now, sorry, let's save this, please. Save these changes. So if you have a website, so I'm going to show you how to add this on your sales page, right? Let me go to my sales page and show you how to add it. Okay, so this is a page. This is a page I've used to run advert before. So I want to show you how you can add the Cognito form you have created to your sales page, or maybe to your landing page, or whatever page you want to add it on a website, right? So once you get to your editor, your Elementor editor, you can be using another form of editor, but at the moment I'm using Elementor, so I'm going to show you Elementor. So what you just need to do is search for HTML. Yes, HTML code. This is it. So I'm just going to drag it and drop it here, right? So now that I've dragged it and dropped it here, I'm going to go here and copy that code. So let's go back and copy that code. Okay, so you can see this is the code here, right? So I'm going to copy it, and now that I've copied it, I'll head over back to the page and paste it. Now that I've pasted it, I'm just going to click on update. Okay, update. So I'm going to go to the page. I'm going to open the page now. So you can see this is the page. This page we just added this information to. So you can see it's showing, this is how it's showing on the page. This is how it's going to show on the page. Okay, so you can decide to change this name if you don't feel comfortable with it. You can decide to change this name to let's say, for instance, order here. Fill this form to make your order. So you can decide to change it at the point of setting up this whole form, right? So you can see it's basically, the fonts are cool, and you can see it's seamless. It's easy for customers to make their order, make their choices, whatever they want to do, whatever information they want to give you, they can easily give it to you. All right, I'm sure you're able to learn something from this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you were able to learn how to set up your Cognito forms for your website.